What's up, Rev Heads? So I'm pretty excited. We got a cool video to show you. So what I'm about to show you is from or compatible with a 1989 to 1993 Ford Thunderbird. Now I know, hold on before you click off. Or wait, let me check my notes here. Or a 1989 to 1990 Mercury Cougar. So some of you guys might already know what I'm talking about, and that is the Eaton M90 supercharger that was put on them back in the 80s and the 90s. It's also compatible with, I think, other years of the Thunderbird as well, not just to 93. But we're going to be using this for the 4.0 V6 Mustang. What? Well, hey, let's check it out first. That is called a mod box. So mod box makes a kit for the 4.0 V6 Mustang that works with the Eaton M90 supercharger. Now you have to get the Ford Thunderbird Eaton one, and it's got to be for the correct year as well. So with that being said, it's a little tough to come by, but when you do come by it, you get the kit, and you basically, they say it takes 5 to 7 hours to do it yourself. You obviously need to have bigger injections. You don't have to, but we are doing an intercooler system set up with it. You obviously have to have it tuned as well. So you need to do all the stuff that you normally would do with it, but this is just a different option because this is a root supercharger, so it's not like a Pro charger. So a Pro charger system is different than the Eaton system. Now you're not going to get as much horsepower as if you would go with a Vortec supercharger, or if you go with a Pro charger supercharger. But you do get that awesome whine, which is the biggest part of this. About the power, and people don't understand it's never been about that. It's always been about having fun and building something, and having this setting on top of your 4.0 V6 motor is pretty cool. We probably could figure with our setup and with everything that we're gonna have, crank horsepower, maybe if we're lucky, 300 crank. With everything said and done, wheel horsepower, I don't know, 250, 275 at the most maybe. So, you know, a Pro charger system obviously is more. And a Pro charger system, you're looking at 300 wheel horsepower and higher. Alright, so this is what it looks like, and I'm going to show you guys up close. So the sound test is the most scary test when you get to use one like this. And that is, inside here, there's bearings. The blades are really close to each other when they spin. They're not supposed to touch, but they're supposed to be just a hair from touching. When they touch, it makes a really loud clunking sound. That's a no-no. So, when we turn this, you should hear a really loud knocking sound. Let's see if we can bring this up here. So there'll be a loud knocking sound. Alright, here we go. Yes. Oh, you guys have no idea how amazing that is, hearing that. So, oh, this thing's got some weight on it, my word. So as we spin this, we try and spin it as hard as we can. That sound you just heard, that's actually the air blocking, because I'm blocking this hole right here. So when I block that, kind of sounds like you're trying to start a really small four-wheeler or dirt bike. Now if we open it, yeah, so those pins that you see in there, when that's turning, bad superchargers will clunk because they will hit inside. This one does not. So that is, whew, that's like the biggest thing. You don't know. Alright, so that's awesome. Now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to take it apart. They make a rebuild kit for them, so you can rebuild them yourself. The problem is, when those pins inside, when those bearings hit, you have to have, oh, what is it? There's a machine you gotta buy because you can't just unbolt something and take it off. It takes a machine with a lot of pressure for it. Now, I don't know the very specifics because most people take this and get it remanufactured so they don't have to deal with it. But thank the heavens, it does not grind, so that is not the case for this. And to be quite honest with you, the condition that it's in makes me think that it was off of a low mileage Thunderbird or Mercury Cougar. And just looking at it, it was either off a low mileage one or someone had gotten it and rebuilt it, or either way, doesn't make any sound. No knocking. I mean, obviously it makes a sound because it's driven by the pulley, so it's gonna spin, you hear a sound, but the knocking is what you don't want. Yep, no matter how we turn it, just got that, you know, the normal typical sound. So this top part, I don't know if we can take it off because I don't think we actually use this top part where it says 3.8, but I'm not quite sure the whole setup. So we'll see when the kit comes.